So now let us look at the difference between the scalability and efficiency. So if we talk about efficiency, of the system, so what is the meaning of efficiency of the system? Let us understand. So efficiency of the system means resource usage per unit work. So if the resource usage per unit work is less, the system is said to be efficient. And when I talk about resource usage per unit work, I am talking about CPU usage per request. I am talking about memory usage per request. I am talking about cost per request. So in order to make the system more efficient, the goal is to minimize the resource usage. So an efficient system is the one which will be using minimal resources per unit work. So that is the meaning of efficiency of the system. So efficiency of the system means resource usage per unit work. So that resource usage is can be CPU usage per request, memory usage per request, cost per request. If we talk about the scalability of the system, so scalability of the system is the ability of the system to handle growth by adding more and more resources. Scalability of the system is the ability of the system to handle growth by adding more and more resources. So the goal of scalability is to handle growth. Handle growth means to handle increasing load. So as the load increases, by adding more resources, we should be able to maintain the performance of the system, and that is the core essence of scalability of the system. A scalable system is the one which can handle the increasing load by adding more and more resources. Now we will look at a very important trade-off. So there is a trade-off between the efficiency and the scalability. So see, efficiency, it focuses on minimizing the resource usage or minimizing the waste, minimizing the resource usage. But scalability is something which focuses on the growth. So scalability is all about growth and efficiency is all about minimizing the resource usage. So see, what happens is that when we try to make system scalable, we are making the system less efficient. Why? Because to make system scalable, we are adding more and more resources, and ultimately resource usage per unit work will increase because the load is increasing. I am adding more and more resources, so resource usage per unit work is increasing, so system is becoming less efficient. So if we try to make the system scalable, we are reducing the efficiency, and if we are trying to make the system efficient, minimizing the resource usage, we are making the system less scalable, because for efficiency we have to use less resources. Like the core essence of efficiency is to get the work done by using the minimal resources. So here one representation is there, like I'm just using two CPUs to get the work done. So it can handle limited load. But scalability means I will keep on increasing the resources so that I can handle more and more load. But here I am increasing the resources. So resource usage is increasing. So efficiency is decreasing. So trade-off is now very clear that efficiency and scalability, they are like trade-offs. If I try to increase the scalability of the system, efficiency of the system will go down. And if I try to increase the efficiency of the system, then scalability of the system will go down. So this is a very important trade-off. So from this trade-off, we can consider one very important insight. A system can be scalable, but inefficient. So now it's very clear that we can have a system that is scalable, like it is having lots and lots of resources, but since it is having lots and lots of resources, it is inefficient. So a system can be scalable, but inefficient. So if we look at an example, so we can scale by adding 100 more servers. Like in a system, we can add 100 more servers, but if each request wastes CPU, cost explodes. because to make the system scalable, we have to add more resources, and because of which resource usage is increasing and the system is becoming less efficient. So now we will look at a real world reality. So see, the idea is that like when you will be designing a system, what should you prefer? Should you prefer scalability or efficiency? Because scalability means handle the growth, handle the increase the load, and efficiency means minimizing the resource usage. So it's a very important question in front of you, because we already saw there is a trade-off. Both cannot coexist. You cannot have a scalable system which is very efficient. So there is a trade-off exists between the scalability and efficiency. So what we should choose? So in real world, like when you will be doing the system design for early stage systems, you should prioritize scalability. So a very important learning for early stage systems, prioritize the scalability, and for mature systems, optimize for efficiency. So the idea is that when you're just starting, so for early stage systems, just prioritize the scalability, just make the system working so that it can handle lots and lots of growth. And once the system scales, you can focus on optimizing the system, wherein you can eliminate the or you can minimize the resource usage wastage. So that is the optimize for efficiency. So now it's very clear that as a system design engineer, our goal is to first prioritize the scalability, make the system working, and then we can optimize for efficiency.